Hello, hello, I'm Bella, and welcome back. We are going to be going to Limsa to follow the call of the sea today, and we'll probably be doing some exploration and side quests as well, whatever we come across. Oh, what's going on? What's with all the fairy lights here? What? What's this? Oh, is that an effect for something? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Talk to Baderon. Welcome to the Drowned Wench. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in a... Hi, I'm Baderon, alright. Who's asking? Ah, heard as I've got a job for a capable adventurer, you say. Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Okay. So we get some new gear, but I believe we'll be interacting with the smith on the way, so we'll get better gear with that. But sure, let's go ahead and get the top here. First, something's unlocked here. What's this? Rising to the challenge. Itowan is ill-pleased with the carelessness of the wench's customers. We all know how it feels to have had one too many. That's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables. But is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness were somehow my fault. Take this impressive-looking journal right here. As oft used as it seems to be, I've no doubt its owner is tearing up the town searching for his prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy Rogadin who enjoyed his drink, seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars, Quintinian. Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me the headache. I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, Baderon docked my wages. Quintanine? Have I seen who? Look, just because I spend more nights at the wench than in me own home doesn't mean I'm mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute, that bloody book. Why didn't you say so sooner? The tight-ass bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to foot the bill. Said he was headed for Ailport. Aye, where else? The scurvy sop. Nimia willin', he's still stranded at the ferry docks, though the gods know it won't help get me Gil back. Alright, I'll be right there. Yes, I love this one. Beauty is only scalp deep. Rumors of a dangerous madman about town have Stodge be ill at ease. You're either a brave woman or a fool, friend, to be wandering the streets of Limsa tonight, what with a slasher fisherman's bottom on the loose. You've not heard? There's a madman about. Why, it said he brandishes blades so long and sharp that they could gut a whale. No one's seen any blood yet, but that hasn't stopped the rumors from sending shivers up spines in every alehouse in town. That you're still standing before me tells me you don't scare as easily as the rest. Perhaps you could assist with the investigation. To start with, you might want to look into that scream I just heard outside. Outside. Why will no one listen? My blades. I must have my blades. What are you waiting for? That's him, the slasher. Apprehend him, toss him in a gull, and throw away the key. Or gut him and feed his lifeless body to the sharks for all I care. Just do something! Woe is me. Whatever did I do to deserve this cruel fate? For 6 moons I saved every last gill of my husband's hard-earned wage, forgoing new shoes, a new purse, sometimes even food for our children, all in anticipation of this day. What's so special about today, you ask? Why, this day marks the arrival of a world-renowned esthetician in Limsa. My endless patience and self-control were to be rewarded with a hair-raising transformation that would have every fashion-conscious Limsan oohing and awing in admiration. Instead, I found myself accosted by this lecherous lout. Speaking of which, weren't you going to do something about this? Go ahead, have your way with him. Doubt he has anything to say for himself. The nerve of this lout. Go on, what are you waiting for? Thrash him, smash him, bury him at sea. I doubt he has anything to say for himself. No matter what I say, all I receive are accusations and looks of horror. I swear this is not what it seems. Do you doubt me too, friend? You look questionable, sir. Oh, the ignominy of it all. Of course you take her side. For shame, is there not one sympathetic ear in this entire nation? An artiste of my renown shouldn't be welcomed with open arms and a 21 cannon salute. Instead, I am branded a criminal, the tools of my trade, nay, the extensions of my very soul, ripped unceremoniously from my person like barnacles from the side of a frigate. I will not last long in my weakened state. No, even as we speak, the world around me grows dim. With my dying breath, I speak unto you 3 names, 3 kind souls who may yet put right what has gone so frightfully wrong. Forge Master Noscea of Naldic and Vermelius, Guildmaster Beaton of the Gridanian Carpenters' Guild, and Severian of the Alchemists' Guild in Ulda. If there is an ounce of compassion in you, seek them out, and tell them Jean sent you. When my soul was restored and my name rightfully cleared of all of Limsa, nay, the entire realm, will sing your praises. For I, Jean Delaine, am none other than the Okay, I will help you. So we go see Noscea. Chandelaine sent you. Let me guess, the barmy fool's lost his tools. Pardon me, the appendages of his very soul. Again, and the thrashing and tossing like the end of a days is nigh. The man brings it on himself. If he toned down the theatrics and went about his work like an earnest craftsman, I dare say he'd save himself these misunderstandings. No, I've not a whit of sympathy for the fool. You, however, have my pity indeed for having to play audience to his whining. Anyway, this should shut him up for a while. Tell him that if he loses these, I'll graft the next pair into his bloody hands. He'll become Edward Scissorhands. A Jean Delaine Scissorhands. A message from Jean-Delaine, you say? So he's lost another one. Does the man not understand that wood doesn't simply grow on... actually it does, at least in a manner of speaking. But the fact remains that resources are in short supply. For all his flowery words, if his tools were truly an extension of his very being, one would think he'd find a way to hold on to them for more than a fortnight or two. Jean-Delaine's skills are not to be doubted, but his temperament leaves much to be desired. Still, it is not my place to judge. Take this to him and let us both hope that he will right his ways. And we're going to the Alchemist Guild. You come on behalf of Jean-Delaine? Why, I just furnished him with a fresh batch of my special creations last week. I realize the man's services are in demand, but it would be physically impossible for him to exhaust the entire supply so soon. Stolen, you say? An unfortunate turn of events, indeed, if not entirely unexpected. You see, the man is something of a genius, and genius is often misunderstood by modest minds. Trust me, as I speak from extensive personal experience. Yes, great minds must band together in trying times, lest the realm be deprived of our talents, and so I command you, deliver this parcel to Jean-Delaine with all speed. Scrimp and save my family's fortunes for 6 moons, only to go out and encounter the ravings of a loon. It's like the calamity all over again. If there is an ounce of compassion in you, friend, I beg of you, retrieve for me the tools of my trade, for I am none other than Jean-Delaine, Package from Noscea. A sealed parcel that, from the sound of it, houses a metallic implement of some sort. Package from Beaton, a parcel containing a piece of woodwork. And package from Severian, a parcel containing assorted phials of vari-colored liquids. Could this be? Yes, I can feel it. A light returns to my eyes. Power courses through my fingers. I live! It's fabulous. As I live, thus unspeakable embodiment of ugliness must die. Begone, foul demon. And so I ask, how do you feel, madam? Why, it's as if, in but a single magnificent moment, I traveled beyond the void and returned to life as the embodiment of all that is beautiful in this world. Could it be? Yes, it must. How else to explain such power? You are the one whose coming was foretold. You, yes, you are the esthetician. In the flesh, madam, I am Jeandelin, crafter of coiffures, as so divine that Menfina herself doth begrudge my clientele their beauty. But let us speak of you, madam, for where a moment ago stood a fashion challenged from, now there stands a beauty reborn. Fabulous. Oh no, I'm fine, thank you. And you are the one I must thank for reviving my soul, that I might once again bestow my gifts on a realm bereft of beauty, a kindness I intend to repay in full. Do you fear that your own hairstyle is becoming passé? Fear the specter of ugliness threatening to consume you? Fear not, friend, for it shall not survive my wrath. As the madam before you, as this very realm we call home, from an abyss of unfathomable drabness you shall rise anew. My clients have been known to make reservations moons, even years in advance, but you shall know no such troubles. No, for proving a staunch ally to good taste when all others turned a blind eye, I gladly place myself at your beck and call. Yes, the next time you find yourself plagued by aesthetic ennui, you need only ring the crystal bell from the comfort of any inn room at which you have taken up lodgings. Jeandelin shall hasten to the scene. Yes, in a flash, the dreary, uninspired life you have hitherto known shall end. You shall travel to the realm beyond and return to us as a beauty reborn. I give you this as a token of the trust between us. Treasure it, for it is the key to a world of aesthetic wonders ordinary woman shall never know. Oh, Master Jeandelin, do come back. I've not made my next appointment. Oh, he's so happy. Yay. Okay, now we will talk to Baderon. It's probably pirates. Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, has need of a capable adventurer. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Sestasha Sea Grot, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Valeport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago as the Fishbacks as pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Baderon, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, well, if it ain't the Chief Yellowjacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Valeport in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Noscea Seagrot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of corals had taken up residence in the caves, nothing to concern us in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search the Noscea again. But with this saga testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Noscea is located in western Noscea. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Melpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lass. Okay, so let's find Aetheryte shard. This way. If you have business with me, be quick about it. My ferry and my next great adventure await. Well-worn journal. An impressively bound journal unceremoniously forgotten under a table at the Drowning Wench. My journal. Why, I thought I had lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friend. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flagons. Did you steal a glance at its pages, perchance? No? A shame that, for this book contains, how might I say it, a record of my numerous adventures. Quite the inspiring read, if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did. You've got the air of adventure about you, if one still untested. But take heart, even the most accomplished adventurer, and I speak from personal experience, was once a whelp with more dreams than sense. Were there only some way for me to repay you, but of course. I have a fresh journal right here that might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own? That way, one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds. And with that, I shall be off for adventure, and a flagon or 20 of the realm's finest ale calls me. Fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the Wench, do thank that Ellison fellow for his generosity. Har har. Now have access to the challenge log, which will serve as a record of your adventuring exploits. Challenge log contains a list of adventuring objectives across a wide range of categories. Completing any one of these objectives will earn you rewards. Completion status is reset on a weekly basis and is possible to undertake the challenges repeatedly. Oh, okay, so it's like a weekly system. Okay. No, logs. Challenge log. Okay, so guild heists, specific fates, levy quests, even gold saucer. Okay, that would probably compel me to do like the golden saucer stuff. Up for a challenge. Got treasure hunts, allied society quests, grand company, retainers, PvP. Okay. Oh wait, let me just check my hunting here. Okay, so I need to go back to East Shroud. That's East Shroud. And East Shroud. Alright, so I guess I'll just save that until we get there with the main story. You'll hear about Commodore Rayner's investigation, then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Airport. Once you arrive in Western Noscea, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sastasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Seagrot. The hall is on the way to Sastasha, just north of Airport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. No matter what they've told you, be ready for pirates. There's never any shortage of the bastards. This is Limsa Laminsa we're talking about. Oh, you can go to seek passage to the mist, Costa del Sol. Ah, it's Airport. This ferry is bound for Airport. Are you riding with us? Yes. On a wing and a prayer. This is level 14. A fresh morning breeze makes the pinnon snap, and Aldfoot, the sailor, is in a mood to yarn. Ahoy, adventurer. My tub sails soon, and I have to have me a little something for the journey. The desk bats are flying. Think yourself lightsome enough to bring me 5 wings? 4 won't do, and 6 is no good, mind ye. Welcome. You are to keep any surfates, as long as you know what to do with them. You'll bring me the wings. Hear that? There's an edge on that wind, but better blown than beclaimed. Aye. Or becalmed. Is that the salt strand down there? So like, and that's like Limsa in the distance. Okay. Levies of Ailport. Orwin, the Adventurers Guild representative for a local levy quest in Ailport, is seeking an adventurer to undertake guild levies. You would need a work class? The name's Orwin, and I'm a representative of the Adventurers Guild. Notice the hat? I keep a record of tasks what the locals need doing, then dole them out to adventurers what look capable. Now you look capable, but the last thought I reckoned was tough enough guy's face bit off by a bleeding wharf rat. You need to prove to me you can handle me jobs. Take a look at this here task. Does that seem like something you could do? Tail in tow. Memaroon likes sparkly shinies. Memaroon walks to Manlands to trade good goods for shining sparklies. But Memaroon cannot be going home. Memaroon afraid bad bandits will be taking Memaroon's sparklies. Is there not kind adventure to keep Memaroon safe? Memaroon shares shinies to keep Memaroon safe. Sure. Alright then, you need to beckon to your client, Memaroon, to help lead him to his destination. Do that here. Remote. Where's Beacon? Oh, photograph is new. Hi. That's cute. I didn't know that was for everyone. Alright, here's Beacon. Let's do that. Okay, these are dances. Alright. Why don't you join me for a pint or two, lass? The grog's as cheap as water in this place. Even so, I reckon I've guzzled through half the sparklies I hoarded from me mercenary days. It's like a nice little pub. My ice princess is the most graceful vessel ever to glide across the open seas. The waves can spin her around and round, but she'll never fall down. Ain't but one thing you need to succeed in life, and that's gumption. Had not a guild to me name when I started searching for shells to sell, but look at me now. Got me on proper business, and I ain't had to gather shells myself in years. Fantastic. There's a hunter. Ah, it's like a mermaid with wings. Bloody yells, me throat's parched. Can't wait till me shift's over so I can drown myself in ale. Aye, that's that and a buxom bar wench to dandle on me lap. I'm a blacksmith with Naldic and Families, come to assist in the Faro's serious restoration effort. Ever since I was a wee girl, it's been my dream to work with Master Mimidoa, who was mentor to both my father and brother. My skills may be raw, but I've devoted myself tirelessly to my training. I cannot let him down. Like cats and dogs. Skirbild seeks the aid of an able-bodied adventurer. You look like an adventurer who gets around. Mayhap you have noticed the quarrels and chuckles at each other's throats of late. I've never seen anything quite like it, and the bloodshed only worsens by the day. If this continues, I dare say that one of these groups will wipe out the other before long. Now, it bears mentioning that a species of coral isn't native to Vilbrant. By rights, they shouldn't even be here. Nay, I believe they were smuggled. I know of a merchant who may have a hand in these dealings. Her name is Kontai, and after some probing, I've come to believe she's somehow involved. I would question her myself, but she is like to flee at the first sight of yellow. That is where you come in. I need you to speak with her and learn all you can. Take a look around. She's bound to be nearby. I need you to speak with her and learn all you can. Take a look around. She's bound to be nearby. What do you have? I will take this. Alright, and then sell. use. Armor outfitter. Too bad he can't go on these ships. This is where we detain pirates and smugglers and other such rogues till we decide as to what to do with them. See to it you do not, as earns you a place here. I'll behave, good sir. What's this? So they've sent you to do their dirty work? Well, you'll never take me alive. Never! Please don't hurt me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I smuggled in the corals for breeding like he asked, but that's it. I ain't the one sending the jackals into a frenzy, I swear. Eh? Yellow Jacket sent you and not no pirates? Why the hell didn't you say so earlier? Well, you caught me. I'm behind the corals in Aleport. Those good-for-nothing pirates had me breed jackals for 'em too. With the right training, they make for nasty watchdogs and the like. But the pirates wanted more, and that's why they asked me for the corals. That they did. I smuggled them in, but the pirates took them before I could finish the job. Suppose they didn't want to wait for the breeding, but the buggers let them escape. Now they have jackals on the loose trying to get rid of the corals and clean their mess. I'm a victim as well, you know. They paid good coin for the animals, but now they got folk chasing after me, wanting to cover their tracks, I'm sure. You hurry and tell those yellow jackals I ain't to blame, you hear? You're back. What can you tell me of Racontai's dealings? She claims to be a victim as well? It was her greed that brought the corals to Vilbrand, and she is sorely mistaken to think the Yellow Jackets will turn a blind eye. Mark my words, she will be held accountable. At any rate, we now know why the corals and jackals are trying to tear each other to shreds. The pirates have been quite careful not to leave any clues, but we've managed to capture Racontai's assailants. They are being questioned as we speak, and it won't be long before we track down the pirates. Don't worry, friend. The Yellow Jackets will see them brought to justice. In the meantime, there is still the matter of Racontai and the beasts running amok in the fields. I shudder to think what may happen should the jackals and corals continue fighting for much longer. I have a plan, but your assistance is essential to its success. Let me know when you are ready to begin. Man's best friend. Screebald is ready to set his plans into motion. Contai has admitted to breeding jackals for pirates, but I fear she may be concealing more than just smuggled more to be smuggled elsewhere. I bid you speak with her once more to prove my suspicions true. If she wishes to play the role of victim, perhaps this time she will be more forthcoming with information. Tell her that although we cannot grant her impunity, her cooperation will ensure a lighter sentencing. Curiosity killed the coral. Scribble requires assistance with an ongoing investigation. Now then, we need to do something about the corals running wild in Vilbrand. Jackals have greatly reduced their numbers, but the presence of corals will upset the balance of predation in Elport. Given time, they will establish a breeding population, and perhaps even prey upon more than just animals. A large number of merchants, sailors, and travelers pass through Elport daily, meaning a great many people will be at risk unless we stop the corals here and now. As much as it pains me to say this, they must be done away with. I like this no more than you, but we Yellowjackets must put the safety of the people above all else. Reports indicate that corals were last sighted somewhere in Skull Valley. When you are ready, pray seek them out and do what needs to be done. The Yellowjackets want to know if I'm hiding more jackals? Fine, I'll come clean if it means preserving me liberty. All the jackals are long gone, but there's a wolf pup I was looking after not too far from here. Jackals are easy to come by in Elport, but wolves? You can be sure folk will pay good money for 'em. With the Yellowjackets breathing down me neck of late, though, I haven't had the time to care for him. My poor thing's probably too weak from hunger to move. I'll tell you where I hid him, but if you want to take him, best move now. What with the corals run wild killing pirates as jackals and all, it won't be long before they start snooping about for more animals to train. I have to warn you though, he may be a pup, but he'll likely make a meal of anyone who gets close to him. Try winning over his stomach with this here succulent bone. If that ain't enough, try rubbing his belly to soothe him. You can bet he'll be following you everywhere. I left the critter in Quarterstone. Hurry before the pirates find him. Hurry to Quarterstone before it's too late. Just remember to give him the bone and rub his belly. Oh, look at that crystal just piercing through that tower. Elport is a strategic location for the Maelstrom, and we're prepared to defend it at all costs. Our cannons are ready to fire at the first sign of trouble. Keep your day job. Private Snarrow needs your help in the defense of Elport. Hark! Enemy in the sky! Pull yourself together, Private. You've been trained for this, even if the only action you've ever seen has been street fights, tavern brawls, and fisticuffs over who cheated at checkers. First things first, I must ready the cannon. Now, to walk myself through the steps. Right. Make certain you are with sucker. For aiming a cannon is no swift matter. So far, so good. I'll just get smell and... Smell? That girl. Always nowhere to be found when she's needed. Fine. Sarge always said to improvise. You, over there, adventurer. Limsa has need of your service. Slow down the enemy while I arm the cannon. I'll be ready ere the 5th carcass is cold, I promise you. Hark, the enemy approaches. Must think. Stand fast. Then sit down with a mug of ale. The sea calls to me. I ought to change into my bathing suit and go for a dip. Responsibilities be damned. You look like one of them adventurer folk. Doing a bit of exploring, are you? What do you do here? Me? I'm just your run-of-the-mill merchant, peddling me grog here in Airport. With all the ships that what sunk during the calamity, I feared me trading days were at an end. We managed to hold on somehow, though, and brought the place back from the brink. Hard times it was. Thought I'd have to sell off the old family residence for a while there. What kind of place is this? Aleport? Well, it's a port, what deals in ale, mostly. We do a modest trade in other goods, but seeing as Aleport has a lower tax on grog, it ain't hard to understand why all the liquor merchants come here. We also get a lot of trading vessels looking to stock up on our merry brew. Water will turn stale on a long voyage, you see, so any captain worthy of the name will want a few barrels of the good stuff loaded into his hold. Smell that? There's some fine ale being poured as we speak. Would you go down well right about now? It's like you're on a job. Since I've been stationed here, I've learned more about ale than I thought possible. Folk here taught me that sailors stock barrels of the weaker stuff for long voyages, as even the freshest water will turn foul after a time. And the stronger stuff? Well, that gets bought up by the merchants visiting Aleport. Lower taxes on our local brews, you see. Okay, so we're doing the this one, the tail in tow. Confirm. Okay, where are we going? This way? Okay, I think it's the green arrow, so this way. Come on, Maroon. 20%. Can't go too far. Oh, too far. Okay. Oh, where? Where are you? Leave my Maroon alone. We good? We've guided member into safety. Complete the task, have you? Then you need only collect your reward. What is this? Let me get something that I don't need. I reckon you're tough enough to take on the rest of me levies. Elport's an important hub for trade in the region, and there's no shortage of tasks to be had. I look forward to seeing you make a difference here, adventurer. So I need to kill some of these things. Oh, someone's dead. I also need some bats. So I'm just now noticing, like, I guess these are fire ball blasts. Is that from the Calamity? It's like all scorched. Dragon flew by. Like there's a goblin site up top. Need a baby coral. I'll be right there. Just need one more bat. This one over here. Check up here in a safe spot. They're like camped on the scorched area. Alright. Get the baby coral. Some mean looking dogs here. They're just collateral damage. Mr. Hedgehog. Hedgemole. Here is your mama. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Every coral looks at you affectionately. Wah. And we got the poppy. Sleepless citizen. Need help? Huge. Like too much. Starved puppy. Of a succulent bone, delectable canine treat that was not made using a plump lullaby. Well, that's good to know. Yip, yip, yip. And soothe. No. Get the puppy. So this is known as the flock. I wonder if it was known as the flock before the flock of dodos came in. Just feel the flowers, ain't that nice? It's not nice that you have some buzzards around though. And this is a beacon. Can you go in? No. Taken a liking to me lighthouse, have ye? 'Twas built on the ruins of Swift Perch Tower. We call her the Brewer's Beacon, a fitting name when ye consider it shines down on the ships but are pulling into Ailport down below. Ah. As we get a little closer to that volcano in the distance. Not much to see around here except the aetheryte. Don't know why they bothered to put one in a half-dead hamlet like Swift Perch. I realize I'm a tiny fish amid a sea of sharks, but I think there are enough shrewd traders in this cutthroat market for an honest peddler to carve out a decent niche. I was born and raised to the west of here. You won't find the village on recent maps, though. Noscea has removed any need to market. Give my candor, but I mislike strangers. Have patience, though. The day may come when we can do business. Aside from the aetheryte, there is precious little else of interest in Swift Perch. You are, however, welcome to stay as long as you like. What do you do here? Up until the calamity reduced this place to smoldering ruin, I aided my father in raising crops of wheat. Now my dear old dad is gone. Our once beautiful fields are untilled and overgrown, and our dodo livestock has learned a taste for unfettered freedom. But I will not let this tragedy defeat me. I have sworn to restore my father's beloved settlement to the way it was when he yet lived, single-handedly if I must. What manner of place is Swift Perch? This settlement was constructed here as part of the efforts to rebuild the destroyed aetheryte camps after that horrible incident. It was originally found further to the northwest, but when we returned from Limsa Lominsa, we were taking shelter from the fiery destruction, and such you see, there was not much left of our homes or fields. The scene that greeted us was enough to wilt our very spirits. Folk were left with barely enough enthusiasm to shuffle about in a fugue-like depression, let alone lift a hoe or mend a fence, but I have plans to expel this air of defeat with a fresh breath of hope. Well, it's nice to have hope. Look at little sprouts. You can do it. You can do it. For how many years have you been doing it? Look at this. You got some pumpkins, some wheat, you have some gorgeous flowers blooming. Hi. Just need to go and retrain some dodos or get some new ones. little shop of horror plant here. Alright, that takes you to middle of Noscea. At least you have a great view if you enter from that side. No, it's this way. Let's just go this way. Cut across the fields. Sure. Yellow jackets. What are you doing? Just exhausted? Some dodos. Alright. Okay, you're part of it. This is a scarecrow. What kind of scarecrow is this? It's got poofy pants. Saga to the west, Cobbles to the north. That's our sworn duty, to be a shield of Aleport against the beastmen. That and dealing with mean trunks. Ready to fire. I keep my promises, Venture, and you keep your skills well honed, I see. I just received a dispatch. What? They weren't attacking Aleport? Well, that's... what? We're not important enough? They were just babies? Well, you'd have to be duller than a box of hair to fly out of cannon precision, sometimes being what they are. I suppose all's well that ends well. But I must admit I was looking forward to putting my training to real use. I didn't join the Maelstrom to break up brawls, you know, and now I shall have to clean the cannon. Mountains out of molehills. Storm Private Snarrow smells of salt, malt, and bad ideas, and appears intent on securing your services again. Well, I made a right mess of things the other day. Commander Felkbrita said she'd dock my pay if I pulled something like that again. At least I didn't get tossed in the brig like Smell. I have been very chary since, can be certain of that. I've little enough coin as it is in the pay purse to slake my thirst with. But this time, there's a real attack on Airport, and off I go to arm the cannon. Save Airport from those bloodbaths on four legs, and we'll see what the commander has to say about my pay then. Adventure for Airport and glory. Slow down the horde. I'm certain to be ready by the time you slaughter 5. She's just so eager to shoot a cannon. Ahoy there. Keep your voice down. Nobody's business but ours, isn't it? You got what I asked for? Dusk bat wing. The elastic wing of a dusk bat. Them's the ones, and that's as pretty a job as I've seen. Know your way around a battle, eh? Well, that's just fine, thank ye. Why, we sailors can be a superstitious lot, you know. Some of the crew might look at me odd, like for carrying bat parts. When the wind's done died and the water casks are dry, it's odd one day, overboard the next. What, no superstition about that? The Desker's been my luck since I was a boy. Survived more than 2 weeks once on 3 bats that I caught, trapped at the top of an abandoned watchtower. Even ate a wing off one before I made up my mind to climb down the wall. This journey we'll be sailing past the Isles of Umbra, and I can feel the sea honing those reefs. The lights at Fair Sirius burned dim since the calamity, and I've always found it a mite too much like that old watchtower for comfort. I ain't been that a frightened boy for a long time. Ilyus starved and more'n half mad, inching down that sandstone wall and handholds it no bigger than a fingertip. But I'll have me 5 bat wings on every journey, just the same as that boy had. Mummy dearest. The bashful air ill-suits Rogadin, but Altfot has it nevertheless, wearing the sheepishness like an incommodious singlet. Ahoy, Bella. It clean slipped my mind the last time, but I've another thing to ask of ye. My bearings are lively on the water, but on land, well, I'm what you landlubbers call it, at sea. Got a letter that needs delivering, and you're the mate for it. I went ashore on some rock on the voyage in, and Faded Petticoat comes up to me, says she got a daughter in Camp Skull Valley, what she hadn't seen in years. Had tears in her eyes. Pretty eyes, too, for a woman past her child in years. She must have been a real beauty in her day. Anyway, always had a soft spot for tawny eyes. Mayhap because the sea is a green-eyed virago, and the skies, her sisters, have eyes blue and red, gray, and black. Well, this daughter of hers goes by Wiltsvis. You'll take the letter to her. Sure. I heard from Racontai you went looking for the starved pup in Quarterstone. Did you have any luck? Starved pup. Seemingly abandoned pup with a growling stomach. Ah, so this is the pub where Kontai has been hiding. Well done. She was here not long ago, as a matter of fact. It seems she is willing to cooperate with the authorities and help set things right. But that's not all, friend. While you were searching for this pub, a group of pirates related to the investigation was taken into custody. We couldn't have done it without your help. The ringleader has yet to be found, but perhaps now Elport can enjoy a moment of respite. All that remains is what to do with this pup. He seems to have taken a liking to you. Perhaps it would be best if you looked after him. There's simply no room for him at headquarters, and letting him wander about on his own is out of the question. I realize how sudden this is, but please give him a good home. It's cute! Welcome back, adventurer. How did you fare against the corals in Skull Valley? A baby coral, defenseless baby coral. I see, so this baby coral is all that remains. It is truly a shame it came to this. Most of the jackals died fighting against corals, but it would seem you slew the pirates' last litter while saving this one. Let us at least take solace in knowing the bloodshed has ended. There is a bit of good news to be had, however. I received word not long ago that a group of pirates related to our investigation was taken into custody to investigate such carnage without scruple. The true animals in this case have been placed behind bars. With any luck, their leader and remaining members will join them shortly. What to do with this baby coral? He seems quite fond of you, almost as if you were his mother. The yellow jackets are not fit to care for a coral, especially when full grown, but we cannot simply release him back into the wilds. I suppose there is only one option. Friend, I leave this baby coral in your capable hands. I'm sure you will do what's best for him. Got the plot. Oh, I forgot to read it. It will still be several summers before his trademark whiskers grow out. Alright, so let's change minion. We got a coral kitten. Corals are extremely proud and defiant creatures, even when young. Faced with insurmountable odds, a coral will rarely shy away from a fight, choosing rather to perish in combat than run. This characteristic keeps coral numbers low, but ensures the strength of those who survive. Then we got the wolf pup. Bred to serve as a war wolf in the Imperial Garlean army, this pup was rescued before any paramount damage could be done to its playful spirit. He will follow you to the end of the world and back, as long as you toss him an occasional biscuit. Yah! I'll summon the puppy first. I'm more of a cat person, but the puppy's cute. So we'll have the puppy. Ugh, look at the little thing. Pet. Yo, he flops on his side. I don't know. Can you do it? What is it? Hand. Right. Target first. Target. The wolf pup. Hand over. Oh, you can't hand over. Feed the puppy. Well slayed, or do I mean slain? I shall need to know these things if I'm to be an officer. I've got the powder and ball loaded and primed. Now for the slow match. Hark, a dispatch. Stand down forthwith? Not again. But surely these admontoises are a clear and present hedge moles. You're certain? Well, but that's like an adamantoise except, weak and not at all dangerous. Why? Perhaps I have been cursed by some enemy? Not very likely for a mere storm private, second class or no. Now the commander will dock my pay and leave my whistle dry as dust. Well, my lady most gallant, it is called Aleport. I've spent a deal of time admiring the undersides of many a tavern table. I can tell you that. What? It could be that my humors are out of balance from a surfeit of ale, and thus I see it now. There is an excess blood which has overfed my martial zeal. Bella, your learned ways have shown me the light. Much thanks. I go now to receive a leeching. Oh dear Lord. Walk of shame. A wan and listless Snow has for you a new request. The first step does not involve slaying half a dozen beasts. Greetings, Bella. Will you deliver this in my stead to Camp Skull Valley? It's my report to Commander Falkbreda. I was as plain-spoken as I could be, and I was going to report in person, but for some reason I barely had the strength to visit the barber for leechings, let alone make the trip to Skull Valley. I don't suppose I'd be spared a dock and pay. You don't think they'd clap me in the brig, do you? Alright, we're just gonna jump down. Oh, I can't jump down. Not from here. I can jump down here, though. Ow. Surprised I didn't have that much fall damage. Greetings, adventurer. They said you were looking for me. Letter to Wildsvis. A sealed missive addressed to Maelstrom Sergeant Wildsvis. A letter from Mama. I haven't heard from her in so long. She never answered my letters. No, stay, for I'll have a reply to send. What the? Oh, the stone-hearted, grasping hag. Wouldn't let me take so much as a hunk of dried fish when I left the island, and now she wants Gil? That succubus! You think me cold? Well, fie on what you think. I wanted something better than tilling salty fields and spilling small fry out of the nets, and occasionally taking a passing sailor into my bed for more of the same. She'll receive no reply from me. Thank you for your service, and good evening to you. Toxic Avenger. It is a cool and collected Sergeant Wildsvis who seeks an obliger today, rather than the heart-sore fire-eater of the other day. Weapons and armor, in order. Saltpeter, in order. Basic provisions, all in order. Poisons? Oh, this vial's near gone. Adventure. Bella, was it? Mayhap we can let bygones be bygones. You are skilled in wrangling beasts, I hear, and I have a need of pelican poison. Poison can be readily gathered from pelicans in the area, but I must continue my duties here. Are you so minded to undertake the task? I do enjoy this work. Who would have thought a girl who didn't have two leather soles to slap together would make a fair quartermaster? Still, you don't get noticed much in this job. Adventurer. Ma'am, how might I be of service? What do you do here? Me, ma'am? I am charged with security of the space, ma'am. It has been but a year since I took up this post, but I mean to defend Skull Valley with my life, ma'am. What kind of place is this? Allow me to explain, ma'am. Skull Valley is an encampment established for the purpose of protecting against Sagan incursions. Though early contact with the fishbacks resulted in only small-scale skirmishes, they have begun moving against us in greater numbers. Thus, the facilities here were expanded and reinforced to accommodate a larger Maelstrom presence. It would be an honor to have you assist in the many duties that must be performed in order to keep Skull Valley, and perforce, Limsa Laminsa, safe from the Sagan threat, ma'am. Give the Fire Sand a wide birthday. You're liable to sneeze us all to the high heavens. Camp Skull Valley is the site of our frontline defense against the Sagan. The best offense is a good defense. We can ill afford to let our foe take the battle too close to Limsa's shores. We stand against beast tribes that seek to crush us. See us driven before them, and hear the lamentations of our women. Our very way of life stands or falls with these walls, which is why we must guard them with our very lives. Ah, an adventurer, and one whose name rings a bell. You have been of service to the Maelstrom, I hear. What brings you to Skull Valley? Hamlet Report, a periodic account of happenings in and around the hamlet of Aleport. After recent events, one might assume that this particular report will read more akin to a letter of apology. A report from Private Snarrow? It does her a little credit that she did not make the trip herself. Stay while I pursue this. She does not prevaricate, at least, that one. Unfortunate how she has gone to rack and ruin since she was posted to Aleport. She was among the first in her shoal to be promoted to second class, yet now. Do you know what a soldier's greatest enemy is, Bella? Boredom. I suspect Snarrow has played the craven in fighting this foe. I shall order the paymaster to dock her pay, but I will not sign a censure. If she can stay out of the taverns and learn to keep herself busy, she may yet earn her salt. Lest we forget. Commander Falkbreda has a task for you. It seems it is gratifying to know that at least one person in the encampment welcomes her presence. Tarry a while, Bella. 'Twould not be said that an adventurer came to Camp Skull Valley and left without honest pay for honest work. We have a problem that other encampments may well find enviable. The dodos are so plentiful that they even nest within the barracks. The nest must be removed forthwith before it draws beasts dangerous to men as well as birds. The Admiral has charged us with holding the line that separates Sagan hordes and innocent homes, and we guard it with our lives. What do you have? Got some stuff to sell here. Swiftly done. They do say that where a soldier dallies, an adventurer hurries. Peaceful as it may seem now, this encampment was built to ward against the kobolds of Ogamora to the north. We do not forget our purpose. You only need to look to our name. The valley floor was once lined with the skulls of kobolds we slew, so that no invader might reach its southern mouth and the settlements beyond without treading on death with every step. Nowadays, it seems we are in danger of treading on dodo eggs at every turn, or on the adders that feast on them. The dodos brought by settlers now run feral and keep us in meat, eggs, and headaches. Let's see, that's level 16. Sure, let's get some new jewelry. Okay, I don't have any new shoes. I just want to see what it looks like. Nah, that doesn't look good. I like the top though. No, we'll go back to what we have. Alright. But let me, I think it was this one. Equip that. And I think there was a ring. So equip that. Okay. These are pelicans. That is not a pelican. A pelican I know. I welcome your return, adventurer. Have you what I asked for? Pelican poison. Contrary to popular belief, pelicans are highly poisonous creatures that spray their victims with a powerful neurotoxin. Ah, I see we're not stinging in filling the vials. The last adventurer returned with each barely half full and had the cheek to demand full payment. I have had a low opinion of adventurers since, but you know of our past with the kobolds, but they are not the foe we fight today. Nay, all our guns are trained on the fishbacks. Such a weird thing, this vial, but this too is a gun. So susceptible the Sahagin are to pelican poison that even the rawest recruit may, with a poison-tipped arrow, find herself a fisher of beastmen. There was a settlement here once near Halfstone. Then the primal Leviathan rose and the Sahagin invaded. Work of generations was undone in a season, and whole families perished. I never knew the Halfstone settlement, but I believe it to be a home worth fighting for, and so we fight with steel, fire, and even poison to reclaim that which is ours. My brother's not a keeper. Quite thought towards you after a wintry start. Viltsvis is practically humming as she devises a new task for you to undertake. Kevskull Valley was built to hold against attacks from the sea. To the north and south lie narrow channels with the tide gate, each to hold the Sahagin at bay. Will you deliver a bottle of lowland wine to the captains of North and South Tide Gate? Call it a small privilege of the quartermaster. Please take the first bottle to Captain Stalrett of South Tide Gate. The mantises are nasty. I want to go in here. Look like fancy tents. Hail, adventurer. What brings you to South Tidegate? Lowland White. This white wine made from the green lowland grapes of Noscea is said to have a bold citrus flavor with hints of apple, pear, and cinnamon. Ooh, that actually sounds nice. But most sailors simply claim it tastes like wine. A bottle of Lowland from Sergeant Wilsfus. Now, isn't that something? And isn't she something? Crisp yet full-bodied is my guess. You know, didn't think I had a chance with a woman like that, but looks like she is sweet on me. Always was popular with the fair sex, if I say so myself. I have a brother. You heard about that? He's a captain of North Tidegate. Like as peas in a pod, they say, but they never popped these peas out of the pod, if you take my meaning. Oh my god. Wilsfis. Got a way about her, she does. Cool spray, but there's fire there, and welcome she is to show me the light of scorch off every stitch between the two of us. Ew. Have your good fantasies, sir. Ah, there you are. Did Captain Stalwart receive it well? The other bottle is for Captain Nortmone of North Tidegate. I should have mentioned, they're brothers in blood as well as arms. You'd think them closer for it, but the bickering is well nigh constant. Halt, adventurer. North Tidegate is no place for idlers. Wilsfis, the quartermaster, that mousy-looking girl? Still, she has excellent taste in wine, and must be a mind reader, for I have a supper of ocean cloud waiting that wants nothing more than a glass of lowland vintage. So, sent you over with a bottle just for me, huh? What? Sent one to that back berth in South Tidegate, too? Oh, you know what he's going to think now that she's his for the taking. That strutting. Well, he's got another thing coming. Misunderstanding and innocent kindness like that. She's a quartermaster. Doesn't he know this is a professional interest? That goatish fool. I won't have him bothering that lovely girl. If you asked me, I'd say you'd be a fool to leave the safety of the bastion for the perils beyond, but you wouldn't be the first by any means. Flowers for Agermer. Learned men write that he who is wroth feels not the morning sun, and Ereluf certainly seems insensible to all but his pressing need for your service. Where is Rohanth? I told that Barnacle the engineers were letting us take the new cannon out for a test. 12 know when the mood will next strike those muggers. Probably over at the crypt again. Morbid, I call it. I like a good wallow now and then, but he broods on dead folk he didn't even know. You go fetch Rohanth. I'd be liable to profane the lich yard by beating him about his thick head with that big stone hourglass. Ah, there I go again, blaspheming the keeper. Not that I much cared for that Poncy, and that's probably another bit of abominating. Here, take these flowers. Rohan's at the Founders' crypt. Give him the pretties for the dead. That'll clear my slate for the gods. I like to work up a bit of sweat. Better than shedding tears and mooning about lich yards, I say. What's the matter? You missed a meal? I got good news. Supper's fresh fish and you're catching it. Rest in peace by the 12, Igor. Spring stars. White 6-petaled flowers with bright orange-yellow centers. Ah, you bring flowers. Come, no need to be shy. There's plenty of space. Small in life. He who sleeps here is large in death. You never know now there was a hamlet here, would ye? Half-stone, 'twas called, built on the sweat of near 10 brows, and put to the Sagan's torch. The settlers fought, aye, and how, with not a trained soldier among them. Igor was one of those, a farmer by trade. He stayed behind to cover the final retreat, asking for as many arrows as could be spared. Then he took off his boots and gave them to another, saying it wasn't far where he was going, and here he lies now. Time was I'd be hard-pressed to imagine doing what he did. You don't hold fast much in a privateer's life. No pirate captain's going down with her ship, and any captain who looks to loyalty more than gold is liable to have his throat slit. But now I got to be better than that, don't I? I got to be more like Argamer. Scythe extra large. Sergeant Rohan has the cross-eyed look of a man threatening a needle, and none can doubt that you are the stitch in time that saves 9. An adventurer, are ye? Seems a shame for you to come all the way out here without more to show for it. How about a bit of vilken hunting? There's a few killer mantises about on account of a hatching we missed. The commander sent out hunting parties and collected 10 and 6 heads. There's no more than 20 in a clutch. Think you can handle the last 4? I've wondered, Argamer, if you was frightened. A man is usually in battle. Think I've fought enough to say so. But if I was to know like you did that there wasn't no living left, would I be more feared or less? Nasty critters, those killer mantises. I'm sure Igaram would have wanted anyone dying near his resting place. Good hunting, adventurer. See how high the sun climbs. It's time I return to the gate. Ilrov said we'd be testing a new cannon. Like to blow himself to bits without me about. You can collect your pay from Commander Falkbreda at Camp Skull Valley. Be well, adventurer. The 12 go with ye. So this is the founder. Is this the founder of Limsa? Or the founder of this old settlement of Halfstone? Ah, Bella, you've become a familiar face about these parts. What brings you here today? The rest of the killer mantises? Well done, and I must commend Sergeant Rohant for his quick thinking. You have the thanks of this camp. Sometimes I fear that we will lose the war against Sagan for having to deal with pests and beasts. I hereby relieve you. But the commander of Skull Valley herself wants a word with a humble adventurer before she takes to the road. All indications are that something unusual is afoot. I hear you're leaving us, Bella. News travels fast in an encampment. Mayhap you can assist us one last time on your journey out. I have a dispatch here from Maelstrom Command. I'm Commodore Rayner of the Yellow Jackets. We have been investigating the Noscea Seagrot on their orders, but it seems they have taken on an adventurer of excellent repute and pleasing manner, the Commodore writes, to complete the work. Now, if you, yes, this is you he speaks of course, while Camp Skull Valley would be glad to add to the burnish of your repute. You have carried out your commissions admirably well. Commodore Rayner and many others in command are of the same mind as I, that we have spread our forces too thin with these tasks. I am all too happy to withdraw our men from the caves, truth be told. Chief Sergeant Catquistel is the ranking officer at the Noscea Seagrot. Locate him and tell him that his mission is complete, and he is ordered to report back to Skull Valley. Well, there you have it. Thank you for joining me. I had so much fun with exploring Western Noscea. We got the little minions, the puppy and the kitty. We got all the side quests done, and then so next time we will do the Hall of the Novice and get to our first dungeon. Alright, so give a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!